when I spark you wet. Look how dark you get when you mark for death. Should I start your breath or should I let you die? In fear you start to cry, ask why. Lyrically I worship, don't front the word sick. You cursed it, but rehearsed it. I drop unexpectedly like birds. You herbs get stuck quickly for royalties and show money. Don't forget the publishing, I punish them. I'm done with them, son. I'm surprised you run with them. I think they got me up, cause they nothing but trying to blow up like nitro and dynamite sticks. Man, I smoke hydro, rock diamonds, that's sick. Got paid off my flow, rhyme with my own clip. Take trips to Cairo, million with you. I know you praying you was rich. When I see you, I'ma kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. This goes out for those that choose to use disrespectful views on the king of NY. That, why try? Throw bleach in your eye. Now you're grilling it. Snatch that light, I'm scaling it. Conscience of your nonsense. In 88, so more powder than Johnson and Johnson. Choke steel like Bronson. Vigilante, you wanna get on, son? You need to ask me. Ain't no other kings in this rap thing. They siblings, nothing but my children. One shot, they just a parent. It's ill win. MCs used to be on parties. Took home, ready to die. Listen, studies. Now they want some money. Successful out the blue. They lightweight. Fragile, my 9 milli make the white shake. That's why my money never funny, and you still recoup. Stupid.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Hey baby on the fly, really. I get so wet, that's a free willy. On the pedestal, I can pop a willy. Feel sick, money, Jose Cuervo trippy. She hardly said it, got no engine. But 1 minute, I'ma guess in it. 20 more minutes, I'm back up in it. Oh yeah, ready till you miss it. T-Bar, don't miss it. Take shots, we faded up in it. I'm milling and illing, rich in the building. I'm about the whole building. I'm the business, back in it. I'm the business, back in it. She the business, baby, put your back in it. Bend over, make it need to get up. Bend over, make it need to get up.
everybody.
Keep me up, so I ain't got no words. I ain't got no words. I ain't got no worries. You see money right there, that's Gucci right there. Turn it up, smack me right there. We ain't got no worries. You see right there, right there. See them shroomies right there. We ain't got no worries. Gucci in this, everybody should be worried. Them cookie be purring, be digging me. I feel worried, and if she make this hard, she woke up sleeping giant. Man, yo, speak in tongues every time we speak in private. Hope your barber shop open, cause we got hair triggers. Smoke so much that smoke it up there. Have to bear with us in that Jeep with the doors off. That mean that sleep. All these police think in a dish. I send them up creek. You see Tucci right here. You mean ideas. It's okay if you turn up, just don't turn off my light years. All I know is I do it. When I'm smoking, I brew it. He's a blood gang, pyro it. All rats gotta die, even stupid. On my private jet, and my steward, this is your bitch. I know gold diggers and ditch diggers. You don't get this, you get disfigured. She say sorry, I didn't shave. So that he is a little furry. I put that in my face. I ain't got no worries. Don't keep me in my face. You see money right there, that's Tucci right there, yeah, that's Magnet right there. We ain't got no worries. You see right there, red mangoes right there, all them shroomies right there. We ain't got no worries. We ain't got no worries. She bad as a hooker, so she ain't got no worries. She won't eat her sugar. I say, why you in a hurry? She say, why you asking questions? I say, you trying to be funny? Not take them clothes off. Let me see that Donkey Kong. Now swing your way back and forth on my monkey ball. That toe. No worries, no pantyhose. These falling off like baggy clothes. I smoke more than a Mac show. I swear I saw I swear she was with my. You know I them both. So being so dope. I'm just Tucci and I'm out here. No worries. I wouldn't talk about my. But man, that is be a long story. Put me in my place. Yeah. I ain't got no words. I ain't got no worries. See the songs keep me up. So I ain't got no words. I ain't got no words. I ain't got no worries.
Yeah. Let's take them back. Coming up, I was confused. My mama kissing the girl. Confusion and curse coming up in the cold world. Daddy ain't around, probably out committing felonies. My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody. I wanna live good, so shit, I sell dope for a 4-finger ring. One of them gold ropes. Nana told me if I pass, I get a sheepskin coat. I can move a few packs, I get the hat. Now that'll be dope. Tossed and turned in my sleep that night. Woke up the next morning, stole my bike. Different day, same shit, nothing good in the world. Run away from this.
Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you all. We welcome you to the fabulous forum here in Inglewood, California, as we get our preparations all set for tomorrow night's Wars and Liddell Ortiz 3 here in Southern California. We're going to start our official weigh-in. All bouts tomorrow night, of course, are brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions with our sponsors for the event, Fred Loya Insurance. Put Fred in your corner. Also, Fight TV, your #1 source for live combat sports around the world, and Casa Mexico Tequila. It's in the taste. So let's get this show started tonight. First with our pay-per-view headliner, oh, not the headliner, pardon me, the 6 o'clock pay-per-view kickoff. 3 rounds heavyweight action with Oscar Cota and Jay Silva. First up to make his way from Mexicali, Mexico, Oscar Elevation Cota. And his opponent tomorrow night from Huntington Beach, California, Jay the Spider Killer Silva. This bout will be first on pay-per-view at 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Heavyweight action, 3 5-minute rounds. Every fight on the pay-per-view card, 3 5-minute rounds. Jay Silva, official weight, 225 3/4. 225 3/4. His opponent from Mexicali, Mexico, Oscar Cota. And the 8-1 heavyweight comes in 260 3/4. The 8-1 Oscar Cota from Mexicali, 260 3/4. 19-fight veteran, the Spider Killer, Jay Silva, out of Huntington Beach, California. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, kicking off our pay-per-view show on Fight TV. Again, your #1 source for combat sports around the world. Indoors tomorrow will open here at the Fabulous Forum at 3 p.m. featuring a full slate. We have 18 fights tomorrow night, 6 amateur fights, state titles on the line in those amateur bouts, and of course our professional portion of the card, 12 fights as we lead up to the War's End, Liddell Ortiz, the 3rd and final chapter. Our next bout tomorrow night, pay-per-view, 3 rounds in the Bantamweight division with Albert Morales and James Barnes. First to make his way up to the stage from Los Angeles, California, he's 7-4-1. Here's the Warrior, Albert Morales. And his opponent, also from Los Angeles, 10-3 as a professional. Here is James Barnes. First on the scale, here is Albert Morales. Morales' official weight, 135. 135 in this 3-round bantamweight fight. Albert obviously ready to roll right now. His opponent, also from LA, here's James Barnes. Barnes, 135 1/4. Albert Morales, the Warrior, takes on James Barnes. Bantamweights, 3 rounds of action live on pay-per-view from the Fabulous Forum. And of course, they will settle it tomorrow night. This bout scheduled to go off at about 6:30 p.m. All right, let's keep it rolling. We're jumping into a catchweight bout, 3 rounds. This at 142 pounds. Ricardo Palacios of Mission, Texas, and San Diego's Liddell Watson. First up from Mission, Texas, 10-1 in 11 professional bouts, El Gallero Ricardo Palacios. His opponent from San Diego is the Gazelle, Liddell Watson. Palacios first on the scale, 142 pounds, 142. Liddell Watson, 24 professional fights under the belt, 13-11 out of San Diego. The Gazelle, 139 1/2. 139 1/2, Liddell Watson. Ricardo Palacios will Leo Watson, bout number 3 on the pay-per-view card tomorrow night from the Fabulous Forum. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Moving on in our action, another catchweight bout, this at 160 pounds, featuring from Tempe, Arizona, Hecho en Mexico, Efraín Escudero. His opponent from Coconut Creek, Florida, Gleison Tebow. Escudero first on the scale out of Tempe, Arizona, the fight veteran, 41 professional fights, 28 victories. Hecho en Mexico, he weighs 159 3/4, 159 3/4 for Escudero. His opponent, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Gleison Tebow. As a professional, 29-14 for the veteran Gleison Tebow, 159.5. Again, these two lightweights fighting at a catchweight 160 tomorrow night. Efraín Escudero, Gleison Tebow. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Now on to our co-featured bout of the evening tomorrow night. 3 rounds of the light heavyweight division featuring Filthy Tom Lawler and Liberty City's undefeated Deron Wynn. First on the scale from River Falls, Mass, here is Tom Lawler. And his opponent from Liberty City, Missouri, undefeated Deron Wynn. Tom Lawler, Filthy River Falls, Mass 10-6, comes in officially 199.5. 199.5. His opponent has not been past the first round, 4-0, 4 straight first round finishers. Here is undefeated Deron Wynn. 205.5. Deron Wynn. Filthy Tom Lawler trying to put the undefeated mark aside for Deron Wynn tomorrow at your co-main event, light heavyweights from the Forum, Inglewood, California. Thank you, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our main event tomorrow night. The 3rd installment of one of mixed martial arts' most rivaled fights. Ortiz Liddell takes center cage tomorrow night from here at the Fabulous Forum of Inglewood, California. Again, this bout brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and presented by Fred Loya Insurance, Fight TV, and Casa Mexico Tequila. And here we go, Wars End tomorrow night. From Huntington Beach, California, he's 19-12-1, former UFC light heavyweight world champion. He is the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz. And his opponent tomorrow night, from San Luis Obispo, California, former UFC light heavyweight world champion, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Ortiz official weight 204 3/4. 204 3/4 for the Huntington Beach bad boy. Wars in tomorrow night on Fight TV. Fight TV, again, your #1 source for live combat sports around the world. And here's the Iceman, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Liddell. Liddell, 203 1/2. 203 1/2 for the Iceman. The third installment of Wars in tomorrow night, featuring the Huntington Beach bad boy. The talk will finally come to an end. The Iceman, the Huntington Beach bad boy. Tomorrow the score settles. Wars in. From the Fabulous Forum here in Inglewood, California. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Put those hands together. Two MMA legends, center cage tomorrow night. And stay tuned, we have more weigh-ins coming up. That was our pay-per-view portion of the card. Tomorrow night we'll now drop down to our pre-pay-per-view, all the way down to bout #1, where our amateur state titles are on the line. So let's get it going. 3-round featherweights with Fernie Garcia and Joe Roy. They will be our portion of the pre-pay-per-view bouts tomorrow evening. Fernie Garcia from Dallas, Texas, and St. Louis, Missouri's Joe Roy. Fernie Garcia, 145 1/2, undefeated Texan. 145 1/2, Fernie Garcia. His opponent, his 7th professional bout, St. Louis, Missouri's Joe Roy, 148 1/4. Now we'll jump down to the Bantamweight division. 3 rounds of action from Bell Gardens, Jose Huerta. His opponent from Fillmore, California, Francisco Estrada. First on the scale, he's 2-2 from Bell Gardens, Jose Huerta. Huerta, official weight, 138. His opponent tomorrow night makes his professional debut. He's from Fillmore, California, Panchito, Francisco Estrada. And Estrada is good, 134, 3/4. Thank you, gentlemen. Now we'll drop down to the swing bout action tomorrow night. 3 rounds in a catchweight, 190 pounds. From Temecula, Keith Berry. And from Ventura, Joseph Henley. Keith Berry, a 29-fight veteran, will step into the cage for number 30 tomorrow night. Fights out of Temecula, California. 15, 13, and 1 for Keith Berry, who is now on the scale 189 and 1/4. And his opponent now to step up from Ventura, California, Joseph Henley. Henley, 10-4-1, comes in 189, 3/4. Thank you, gentlemen. Now we'll move to the welterweight division. 3 rounds of action from Newport Beach. We have Craig Wilkerson, and from Long Beach, Joshua Jones. Wilkerson, 7-4 from Newport Beach, California. Now on the scale, official weight 169, 1/4. His opponent out of Long Beach, 7-3. Here's Joshua Jones. Jones, 170 and 3/4. El Alacran. Craig Wilkerson ready to square up tomorrow night with Joshua Jones. Battle for bragging rights here in SoCal, Newport, and Long Beach. Next up, catchweights, 3 rounds at 180 pounds from Laguna Niguel, Johnny Cisneros. His opponent from Las Vegas, Dave Terrell. Johnny Cisneros out of Laguna Niguel, California, 11-6 in 17 professional fights. And Johnny is ready to go. Step on up for us, Johnny Cisneros. 179, 1/2. Again, 179.5 for the Tattoo Terror. Here's his opponent, Dave Terrell, 179 and 1/2. Both fighters 179 and 1/2. All right, that concludes our professional portion of the card. Now our bout openers, show openers tomorrow night. Amateur action, state belt on the line. First up, we will bring up a 3-round bout in the middleweight division from Huntington Beach. We have Noah Christie from Costa Mesa, Casey Smith. All right, Noah Christie, first on the scale, please. Again, 3 rounds for the amateur belt. Christie, 188. 188, so he is heavy. His opponent out of Costa Mesa, here's Casey Smith. 184. 184 for Smith. 3-round middleweight amateur bout. Christie heavy, so he cannot win the belt. However, the belt still stays in play in this middleweight title fight. Casey Smith, if he wins the fight, he wins the belt. Christie is disqualified from winning the belt. All right, now we go to the featherweight division with Johnny Robles of Downey, California. His opponent from San Diego, Josh Juan Kim. We are looking for Johnny Robles. So we will now go to Josh Juan Kim. You will be first on the scale for us, Josh. 3-round amateur featherweights. Josh Kim, 145, 1/2. All right, we do not have eyes on Johnny Robles at this time, so he will have to wait and be pushed to the back end of the weigh-in amateur portion of the card tomorrow night. Let's get down to the flyweight division now. 3 rounds of action with Mary Almario of Stanton, California. Her opponent from San Diego, Tyler Schaefer. Tyler Schaefer first to step up onto the stage, the current amateur flyweight female champion out of San Diego, California, 3-1. 123 3/4 for the champ, Tyler Schaefer. Gutierrez and Kim, you are next. Please be ready to roll. Thank you. And now Mary Almario is up on the stage from Stanton, California, also 3-1. Official weight, 124 even. Both fighters qualify in this amateur flyweight championship belt. Thank you, ladies, and we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at about 4 p.m. Now we'll drop down to the Bantamweight division, men's action. San Clemente, California has Mauro Gutierrez. And from San Diego, John Juan Kim. Mauro Gutierrez brought a belt up with him. He is a 125 champion. Tomorrow he is looking to capture his second title. This is the Bantamweight division, 3 rounds. He is 6-2 as an amateur. From San Clemente, Mauro Gutierrez comes in officially 133 1/4. And his opponent, the 14-1 amateur and brother of Josh Juan Kim. Here's John Juan Kim. 134 3/4. Mauro Gutierrez seeking his second amateur title. And John Juan Kim looks to snatch the glory. Thank you, fellas. See you tomorrow. Now let's get to our first bout. This will kick off at 3 o'clock tomorrow here at the Fabulous Forum of Inglewood, California. Strawweight division, 115-pound division. 3 rounds of action from Anaheim, California. Sidney Trio. Opponent from Alpine, Juliana Miller. Both fighters undefeated in their amateur run. Sidney Trio, the Anaheim native, 2-0, first on the scale. All right, here again is Sidney Trio. At the limit, 116. She's good. Her opponent from Alpine, California, 7-0, Juliana Miller. $115 1/4, $115 1/4. Undefeated, Juliana Miller. Undefeated, Sidney Trio. Both fighters on weight. 3 rounds, strawweight, camel belt on the line. Thank you, ladies. They will kick the show off for us tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Let's bring back up Johnny Robles. Josh Juan Kim, please come back up to these scales. Johnny Robles from down in California. All right, we found Johnny Robles. Of course, Josh Juan Kim back up here with us. Here's Johnny Robles on the scale down in California. He is 143 pounds. And we already know Juan Kim, Josh Juan Kim, 145 1/2. That'll do it for the weigh-ins, ladies and gentlemen. Our ceremonial weigh-in of Wars End tomorrow night. Doors open at 3 o'clock.